So another common element in HTML5 are tables. Now, you won't see tables used as much. Before, tables were used quite often in order to create the structure of a website. So it's opening and closing table tag, and then within the table itself, we've got rows, and then of course we've got some cells. So data cells, and they're TDs. So TR is for a row, so maybe this would be a heading that you might use. So website or something like that. And so this would be my table row, and then of course I do need to have a data cell in here. So I have actually an option as well. I can set it up as a table header, and this just simply helps the browser understand that this is going to be a table header, and then all I'm going to do is create another table row, and then within here I'm going to use the TD. So these are more commonly that you're going to see. So maybe if I was listing out a list of websites, this site ready or something like that. So maybe we have this site, and then we can have another cell that will say that it's ready and TD, and then we're just going to shut that row down. So TR. And then over here we need another heading, so I'm going to put a heading for status here. So essentially we've got a really nice and neat way to present content and data within our website. So maybe if we had another site, and maybe if we were working on it or something like that, so we could present it in this type of format. Tables typically do allow you to add in your own styling within them, but now with the advent of CSS, usually it's better to just have styling down there for the table. And of course I'm going to go over this at a later point as well. So I'm going to do a one-pick solid black border so that our table gets presented, and I want to apply this to the table heading and to the table cells as well. So now we see that it actually looks a little bit more like a table. And of course we can add in additional styling as well. So if we want to do a width of 200 pixels or something like that. So now it just gets presented a little bit neater. And this is all done in CSS, and you actually do have the option within the tables as well. But try to keep your styling within the style sheets as much as possible as you're building out your web pages, because really when you do have to make changes at a later point, then you only have to change that one file, that styling file, and you won't have to go through and update each and every one of your HTML tables. Sometimes if you've got hundreds of pages, 10 pages, 100 pages, you don't want to be going through every single page every time there's a change within that format. And these are tables, and again, a lot of times they're used to present some basic content within your website, and much like anything within HTML, there are different ways to present content, so you might not necessarily need to use tables to present content within this format, but if it is data that you're outputting, then it is really a good idea to present it within a table format, because this just makes it more easy to understand and read and understand what you're trying to present within your website.